Today's lesson, Chapter 2, Lesson 1, Greatest Common Factor. Remember that in multiplication, factors are the numbers that you multiply together to get to your product. So in the problem, 7 times 8 equals 56, 7 and 8 are factors. We're more interested in working the other way right now. So if I gave you a number, like 24, there are a few different ways to figure out the factors. I'll show you the one that works best for me. I like to break factors down into pairs. This way I make sure that I don't miss any. We have 1 times 24, 2 times 12, 3 times 8, and 4 times 6. I've now captured all the different pairs that can be multiplied together to make 24, using only whole numbers. Now that we know how to find the factors of a number, now let's talk about what we can do with those factors. This lesson is about greatest common factor. That word common means shared. That means both numbers that we're going to be looking at have that factor in common. They both have it. For example, if we were looking for the greatest common factor of 12 and 18, the factors of 12, 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. The factors of 18, 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. Remember that what we're looking for here are factors in common. So let's circle the ones that both numbers have as factors. They both have a 1. They both have a 2. They both have a 3. They both have a 6. The greatest of those is 6. So the greatest common factor of 12 and 18 would be 6. And we would write that like so. G, C, F is 6. GCF stands for greatest common factor. Now I'm going to give you 2 problems to try on your own. The first problem I'd like you to solve is finding the greatest common factor of 16 and 40. Remember, write out the factors and then circle the ones they have in common. Look for the one that is the greatest factor that they both have, the greatest common factor. You should hit pause now and solve this problem. When you hit play, I will give you the answer. As you can see here, we found that the greatest common factor is 8. We wrote out the factors of 16, we wrote out the factors of 40, and we found that the one that they had in common that was the greatest number was 8. As a side note, if you look at this problem, you'll notice that one of the pairs of factors for 16 are 4 times 4. If you were just writing out the factors of 16, you should know that you would not have to write the number 4 2 times. Just writing it once would be good enough. For the second problem I'd like you to solve, I want you to find the greatest common factor of 27 and 35. Remember, pause the video, solve the problem on your own, and when you hit play again, I will give you the answer. As you can see in this problem, the only factor that both numbers had in common was 1, so that is the greatest common factor. Some students make the mistake when the greatest common factor is 1 to say that the numbers have no factors in common. Make sure you don't make this mistake. All numbers have at least that one